Hi, everybody. Once again, coming to you from the Activate Networks Summit. I'm Butch Stearns. I'm joined by Sean Moffitt now, who's the founder of Wikibrands. Sean, how are you?
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks,
good to meet you.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. You're Canadian coming down south here.
You will count the number of about and outs that I do in this interview, I guess.
And organizations and whatever else we do, right?
Oh, man, I know we have some. I feel like I spend so much time in America that I'm a cousin to Americans and I'm a cousin to Canadians. None of them think I sound like them.
So tell us about Wikibrands. Tell us how you found it. Tell us, and congratulations on the success with it, by the way.
Yeah, no. So 2 years ago, we launched a book called Wikibrands. Yeah. So in a strange way, life imitating art, we decided the company should become Wikibrands too. And so essentially we studied the top 100 brands that we thought were doing great jobs in social media networks. And instead of thinking like, what is this social utopia, we actually interviewed all of them and said, look, what is your special sauce? What are you doing so well? And distilled all their insights into a book.
And what have you learned? And what will people learn when they read the book?
I think a couple things. One, there is a method to the madness. We actually itemize, here's 10 things that they do really, really well. So if you want to do it, we've categorized kind of what they've done well. Two, I think they've understood that this whole social media thing, it's not about building a Facebook page or building a Twitter page. It's about a cultural change. You know what? The customer now has a voice in your enterprise. You have to open yourself up and allow that voice to actually, enter in.
So this event, you come down here to this event, there's a lot of very intelligent people here, thought leaders, talking about organizational network analytics, social network analytics, and all doing it. But you're a practitioner. You're not skeptical, but you're the one that's like, okay, how's this work? How's it all going to work, right? That's your job, isn't it?
No, you know what? I walk out of today and I go, wow, this is amazing stuff. My eyes have opened up, but I think the real challenge, this is like when you go to any type of retreat or any type of Tony Robbins motivational thing. Yeah. I think you get a whole bunch of people walking out of here jazzed about what Activate does. I think the challenge is in the 80-hour weeks that these people have, how do I go out, spend enough time on this, spend enough resource on it, and make sure that I am connecting A and B. Great insight from Activate and just a whole bunch of great academically pure insight. And how do I translate that to on the street? How does that make a difference to my business?
So I'm sure during today, little light bulbs went off for you. In other words, the 10 things that the companies do well that are in Wikibrands, how many of them got reinforced today from what people were talking about?
Yeah, it's amazing. Even though we come from two different sides of the tracks, it's amazing how the same conclusions are being reached, which is great to hear. I've always been a fan of influencers, and what Activate does is actually identify those right people in your network. So since I started my own company, there are disproportionate amounts of power that go to certain people in people's networks. So I would say 5% of the internet is driven by or 5% of the people on the internet drives about 80 to 90%. Like there used to be a Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. It's even further on the internet. And I think it's reinforced with some of the stuff I saw today.
Cool. What did you get out of today? Give me one thing that you're leaving here today with that maybe, again, either got reinforced or said, wow, to really get was a wow moment for you.
Yeah, you know what the interesting thing, Butch, I think the challenge has always been, how can you track all this stuff? I know it exists intuitively, it makes sense to me. How do I track it? How do I know what's happening? And I think what I saw today was, we don't have the full answer yet, but we're getting closer. I can see that trail of influence. So I might not be on the boat, but I can at least see the wake on the boat and I'm getting close. So it gives me some heart that, we're sitting here 5 years from now at the 7th Activate conference and somebody's actually broke the genome in terms of how we do this stuff. So
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Sean, great to meet you.
Good seeing you as
Continued success with Wikibrands.
Will do.
All right, Sean Moffitt from Wikibrands. I'm Butch Stearns. This is the Activate Networks Summit 2012.